So staging isn't just about looks. Well, maybe just a little bit, right? But it really is about maximizing value. And when you're selling your home, you want to get top dollar, right? Sellers frequently ask, should I stage my home? And really the simple answer to that is yes. Now, the numbers prove that staging makes a big difference when you're selling your home. So I want you to listen to the end to find out what the stats say on the return on investment, the time on the market, and buyer perception. If this is your first time on my channel and you want to know everything about living in Sanford, Florida to Orlando, Florida, and anywhere in between, then subscribe below and tap the bell for notifications. This way you can be the first to know about the current market here in Central Florida. Hey there, my name is Hilda Hernandez with eXp Realty. And you know, I get calls every day from people just like you. So whether you're moving in 7 days or 7 months, not a problem. Feel free to reach out, as all of my contact information is in the description box below. I would be happy to help you make a smooth move to Central Florida. So I want to share with you a recent scenario where staging really did make a big difference. I listed a townhome in this neighborhood that had already a home on the market with the same exact layout. Now, this home had not been staged and it had been on the market for 9 months. Actually, it's still on the market. And fortunately for my sellers, we were able to use their furniture because it was in great condition. And really, she was a minimalist, so there wasn't like too much decluttering that had to happen. However, it did need some warmth. So I brought in some greenery. I set up the dining room table with plates and a centerpiece. I added a new bed cover for her bed. I added an entryway table and I added some picture frames. Really just kind of, again, just to bring in some warmth. And when the buyers would come in, after seeing that first vacant home, I would hear comments like, oh, wow, this feels like home, or wow, I can now see what I can do with this space. Or I would hear them say, hey, this is how we can put the furniture. And it really did help the buyers visualize how to live in the home. And I think many times it can be hard for buyers to see how to furnish a home, especially when there's an awkward space or the floor plan might not be your typical straightforward floor plan, right? And so because of staging, we did get the home under contract in about 2 weeks, 2 weeks and 2 days, right? So that's actually not bad in this market. Now let's dive into the 3 types of home staging and the benefits. Number 1, staging with current furniture. Now this is what we ended up doing in my recent listing. If the homeowner still lives in the home and their existing furniture can be rearranged to showcase the space better, this is what you can do. And here are some other items that you can add to it as well. So you can add fresh neutral bedding and decor. Paint the walls in light neutral tones, removing clutter, family photos, and anything that's personal. You want to update with a few new accessories or furniture pieces. Again, this is what we did in this situation. And the cost can be anywhere from $0 to a few $100s, depending on any new items that are purchased. Now, in my recent listing, it cost less than $100. And so we really got our bang for our buck there. This is good really for any type of home, condos, townhomes, single family homes. And it works because it saves thousands of dollars compared to a full professional staging, right? Number 2, professional staging. Now, when the existing furniture doesn't quite match, the modern trends, or the home is vacant, you want to bring in a professional staging company. And this can make all the difference. And there's 2 ways to go about this. Number 1 is partial staging. Now, adding a few key furniture pieces for a refresh look, maybe budget doesn't allow for like a full home staging. You want to really focus on the main rooms, like the primary suite, the living room, and dining room. This can still make a big difference. Number 2 would be full staging, furnishing an entire vacant home to make it feel inviting. Now, the cost typically can be anywhere between $1,500 to $3,000, depending on the home size and the number of bedrooms that you want to furnish. And this is best for like larger townhomes. You're working with a 3-2 or single family home, and you really want to make a strong impression. Now, why does it work? Well, you're going to get the best return on your investment, and we're going to talk a little bit more on that in a bit. Number 3, virtual staging. Now, this is a budget-friendly digital alternative where professional photos are taken and furniture is digitally added to showcase the home's potential. Now, the cost for this can be about $30 a photo, just depending. And this is great for vacant homes that are on the smaller side, maybe a condo, a 1-1, or a townhome, a 2-1, where traditional staging may not be as cost effective. And why does this work? Well, it helps buyers visualize the space without expense of physical staging. So let's talk about stats and how staging can make all the difference when selling your home. 20% of buyers agents say that staging boosts a home's value by 1 to 5%. So let's put this into perspective. If the home is listed at $500,000, and let's say on average the buyer is willing to pay 2.5% more, that's an extra $12,000 for the seller. Now, some studies show that staged homes can sell up to 20% more than non-staged homes. So what does this mean? When you're comparing a home that is not staged to one that is, the staged home can get an offer up to 20% more in pricing compared to a home that is vacant. This is a reminder that most buyers have a hard time visualizing what a home can look, but most importantly, how it can feel. Because in all honesty, buying a home is very emotional. So staged homes typically sell faster than unstaged ones. 81% of buyers agents say staging helps buyers visualize the home as their own. And again, we sold within 2 weeks, a little bit over 2 weeks, and this home is still on the market at 9 months. Again, you guys, we got to learn from the professionals, right? This is why new construction builders furnish their homes. They know. They even add upgraded walls, such as like molding to the walls or wallpaper. They update light fixtures, flooring. I mean, there's so many things that they do, right? They'll even add a pool in the back and say, hey, this is what your house can look like. So which staging method do you think works best? Let me know in the comments below.